Hey guys, Phoebe here, back for my third video. Today, as I have obviously already said on my Facebook page, I'm going to be talking about topical corticosteroids. It's a bit of a sore subject for me because it's done so much damage to me from overuse and I guess to a degree a misuse of them. Um, but there are a few subjects that I want to go over and a few things that I want to talk about, and I'll probably ramble on at the end about my experiences like I did last time as well. So here we go. So the first couple of things that I want to talk about, I want to obviously go through what they are and how they work. I also want to I'll go over why they would be prescribed to you, the pros and cons, and some of the effects that they've had on me. So I'll probably just ramble for a few minutes at the end. Hopefully I won't make this video too long today. So first of all, what they are. So, topical corticosteroids are a topical medicine that's applied to the skin. It can come in a few different forms. I've only ever had them in creams and ointments, but they are applied to the skin to reduce inflammation and to heal up open wounds on the skin. It actually speeds up the healing process just to make you heal up a little bit quicker. They come in many forms, like I said before. I've only ever had them as ointments or creams, but according to NHS info, we can actually also get them as gels, mousses, lotions, solutions, and medicated bandages. I've never had any of these, so I can't really advise the effectiveness of this, but they apparently do come as those as well. So here are the ones that I have. Now, I've got quite a few to show you today. I've covered up the brand names of them. This is the order that they go in. So this is the mild, and then we have a moderate, and then we have potent. So this one goes next to this one. So these two are the same strength, but this bottom one is the most potent steroid that you can get. Now, I am prescribed currently these two. I'm not using all of these steroids. I'm just going to clarify that. I literally only use these two at the moment, the moderate and the most potent. So I shouldn't be using these. I hate using these creams, ointments. I prefer ointments. I don't really use creams that much. They are absolutely awful to my skin. I have stretch marks on the insides of my thighs. My skin pigment is absolutely all over the place. I don't know if you can see, but my skin on my neck is a completely different colour to my face. And if you look at just below my neck, if you can see these little white marks, these are all claw marks where I've caught my nails and I've cut myself. So I'm covered in these scars everywhere, head to toe. I've got nail marks in my back. I won't show you because I'm not comfortable getting my body out on video. But you'll just have to take my word for it, unfortunately. So, second thing, why they would be I said it again, prescribed. Why they would be prescribed. So, as you can probably imagine, the severity of your condition would dictate the strength of the steroid that they would give you. But they are generally prescribed to people who suffer with eczema like me, psoriasis, and contact dermatitis usually. Contact dermatitis is obviously when something that you're allergic to has touched you and it's given you a rash, which I get also. And eczema is actually an umbrella term for all of those conditions. So before I really paid enough attention to the other aspects of my health, I used these a lot. I use particularly the moderate strength one of these. It has an orange label and it's an ointment. All over, head to toe. I didn't bother with fingertip units or anything like that. I literally just squeezed the thing out into my hand, bit of moisturizer with it, and then just cover myself head to toe. I don't do that anymore because, again, I don't like using these steroids. They're really, really violent to my skin, and I wish I didn't have to use them. But with the new stuff that I've done with my diet and everything, I haven't actually opened these ones yet. They are still in the box. They haven't, the seals on them haven't even been broken on the box. Look, they're still, that one might have. Nope, it hasn't been broken. Look, both still sealed. So, I haven't had any need for those lately, which has been brilliant. I mean, to be honest with you, you will have to sometimes break advice by your doctor. Now, I probably should have said this at the start. I'm not a medical professional. I have absolutely no medical training, and most of the information that I've put in this video is either my own discoveries or things that I've gotten from Google, NHS Info, and other places like that. So there have been times where I have gone against the advice of my dermatologist and my doctors, purely because I've needed it. I have been in a bad way, mostly from drinking a lot of milky cappuccinos, which again, at the time, it was before I did all of this research into my diet and all of the allergies and all the rest of it. So yeah, it wasn't a good time for me. I was going through all my light treatment and all that stuff at the time as well, and it was a really awful time. So I'd gone against the advice of my dermatologist. If I show you on here, let me just blank out some of this information so you can't see that. There we go. Okay, so if I show you what they actually put on the labels, if it's going to go clear or not, I hope it will. So it says apply thinly once or twice a day for 2 weeks. So I'm not supposed to use it for any more than 2 weeks. But again, like I said, I've had to go outside of the advice of my dermatologist for some of the time because I had no idea what was causing it, and it was so severe that I couldn't not. So I would never, ever, ever advise anybody to go against the advice of a medical professional. But there are some things that, you know, these things are not a cure. They're not a cure for your bad skin. They are literally just a symptom manager. So steroids in their lowest form, in their mildest form, like hydrocortisone, great. I mean, overuse of it will probably still be a problem, but yeah, this is the most mild one, and this is probably what you'll be given, and you can buy this one over the counter also. But then they will start taking steps up. So then to this, and then to this one, and this one, and then to this one, which you don't want because they're just absolutely awful to your skin. So yeah, so the pros and cons are literally, so they speed up the healing process, and they just close up the wounds that are like the open wounds on your skin. They soothe it quite a little bit as well, especially the creams when they're cold as well. It feels really nice. They also do a range of awful things to you. I mean, I can't express enough the damage that these things have done to me, the damage that they've done to the pigment in my skin, the damage that they've done to the insides of my thighs, where my skin's so weak it's stretched, and I've actually got stretch marks, like claw marks on my thighs. It's really not very nice. So yeah, I mean, they help with the healing, but they also really can be really violent and really, really awful to your skin. So overuse is, yeah, it's not great. So I mean, there is also some evidence out there, even if you Google it, actually, that that steroids are addictive. There's a certain thing called cortisol that your brain produces, and when you are putting corticosteroids on your skin, your brain then starts to produce less cortisol, and then when you stop using these, your brain isn't producing that cortisol, so you then have to keep using them, which, you know, it's, in a way, I guess it's kind of like anabolic steroids, where you know, when you inject anabolic steroids, your body stops producing testosterone, so your testicles shrink. So, and then that's where you get all the mood swings and the hormone imbalances, and it's not great. So if you can avoid using the highly potent ones, look into your diet. As I said into my previous video, look at your diet. It's the best thing that you can do for yourself. And again, if it's still really, really bad, I mean, I've had my dermatologist and previous ones, they literally just throw medication at you, and that is not throwing shade at any kind of dermatologist or any kind of skin specialist, but this is literally all they've got the resources to do. They haven't got the time to be sitting down with you and looking into your diet and things like that. They're doing the best they can with what they've got. And yeah, that's not really, we can't really ask them for more than that. And then what we can really do is go into look into things ourselves, look into our diet, look into things that are around us, our environmental factors. Yeah, I mean, like I've already rambled on enough about the effects that they've had on my skin, and yeah, I mean, you have to make this choice for yourself whether you want to carry on managing your symptoms, which for a long time before I did all of this research into my diet and all the rest of it, I had resigned myself that I was going to be like this forever, that I was going to be in pain and uncomfortable from the minute I woke up every day, and it was going to be in tears and so uncomfortable I couldn't sleep every night. Yeah, I mean, it hasn't made me any more normal, because yeah, I'm me, but it is what it is. And I mean, going forward, it is really, really nice not having to use them and feeling a little bit more human, I guess, and not having to worry about people staring at my face when I go into public places, and when I meet new people, them not going, "What's wrong with your face?" or yeah. So the thing that the message from this video for me would probably be, use steroids when you need them, but if you can figure out other ways and other methods of managing, i.e. through diet, through your environmental factors and all the rest of it, please look at that first before you start to move on to any of these stronger steroids, because they are absolutely awful to your skin. I can't express that enough. I mean, I don't think I've got them anymore, not at the moment, but I had blood blisters on the backs of my hands where I'm working at the moment. We've got screens in front of us, and when I'm putting my hands through the hole in my screen and pulling my arm back, I'm hitting my hand on the inside of the screen. So I've had blood blisters all over the back of my hand where my skin's so weak from using these. There's just so many awful things that they do to you. So yeah, I'm going to stop rambling, and that is it for this week. I hope you enjoyed it, guys. Hope you got a little bit of I hope it was informative, and yeah, I will hopefully see you guys next week. Thank you for watching. Hope you can like and subscribe and turn on your notifications for my next video. I am probably going to be making a Twitter and Instagram. I'm not 100% when I'm going to be putting that up or when it's going to be done, but I will update you on my Facebook as soon as that is in the works. So like I said, yep, like and subscribe, and tell me what you want next down in the comments below. And that's it for this week. BB signing off.